Hi, my name is Laura Brzee, Executive Speech Coach based in Memphis, Tennessee. In this video, I'll be talking about generalized speaking fear. And to get to this video, you probably went through about 1,000 links teaching you tips and tricks and suggestions about how to overcome public speaking fear. But guess what? A lot of you don't even do public speaking. In fact, most of my clients don't even do public speaking. They're speaking one-on-one in difficult situations. They're speaking to small groups of very tough audiences. They're making presentations to volatile people who are not going to agree with what they say, and they're going to be very highly judgmental and combative. This sparks what I call just a generalized anxiety to open up your mouth and speak. A lot of people, whenever they have this situation, they become hindered in sharing their thoughts and their ideas and their opinions, and they're unable to make the impression that they need to in order to succeed. So stick around with me, and we're going to start to categorize what generalized speaking fear looks like, so that once you become self-aware that, oh, wait a minute, here's how I'm feeling, this is what category it's in, these are the tools that I can use. So it's kind of a step-by-step process. Today it's just about awareness, talking about the categories, and then essentially in later videos I'll start applying tools and techniques that you can use.
Generalized speaking fear and the categories to consider when you are trying to make sense of where the butterfly is coming from. How can I dissolve some of this angst that I am feeling? Well, start to label the emotions that are associated with the perceived speaking fear. The four categories. First of all, of course, we have fear. That's how we describe our discomfort whenever we're standing up to speak or having to share some words that we are not sure about. But let's break that down even further, because fear is the most significant of the emotions, and most of you really are not in the fear mode. So let's look at it a little bit deeper. Anxiety, uncertainty, and self-doubt. And let's look at some of the terms that you might hear yourself whenever you are preparing for a speaking event, for example, or you are doing a task where you are just not comfortable with what's going to come out of your mouth. Think about what is in your mind. And if it's something around the lines of, I am scared to share this information, I am terrified to let this group of people know this, I am very concerned. Okay, that does indicate a true fear. Now, anxiety is another form of this, where basically it's more of a dread. You know you can do it. You don't feel like there's any threat to your life or your physical safety necessarily, or maybe, a lot of significant kickback on the part of your listeners, but it just doesn't feel good, and you're apprehensive to share it, you're uneasy about it. And that's really interesting to get to know, because, you have to start to dissect these things, okay? And there are tools that you can implement for each and every one of these categories. Uncertainty is what a lot of people deal with whenever they just do not have enough information, or the outcome is going to be unpredictable. And a lot of times whenever people get stuck in conversations that are uncomfortable, they just don't know how to contribute to the discussion. And so the takeaway from this experience is, well, gosh, that went really terrible, but I don't know why. I didn't even really know what to say. And, that's an interesting experience. And the last one is self-doubt. And this is oftentimes a situation when you're bringing in a feeling of stuckness because you know that you have failed in a similar situation before. You may be comparing yourself to other individuals. You might be in a situation where your confidence is just very low and you don't know how to move forward. The takeaway from this video on generalized speaking fear is to pay attention to your internal critic when you are uncomfortable to speak. Your language, your internal language will let you know what category you tend to fall into, and then it's going to drive your preparation techniques for that situation so that you can excel in whatever difficult landscape of a speaking situation you are in. So again, if you are telling yourself, I am really scared about this, something is just not right. I am so uneasy and I'm dreading doing this. Gosh, why did I get chosen to do this? You know, I don't have enough information. People are asking me questions and I do not know how to answer them. And I just don't feel comfortable going back into a situation where I don't have anything to contribute. Get prepared. The last one, again, is self-doubt. I am not good enough for this. I have failed in the past miserably. I now am terrified to go back into the situation. That's a whole other topic to talk about fearing based on past failed attempts. But for this particular video, let's just stick with the concept of, you know what? I know that somebody else is going to be better at the job than I am. I'm not good enough for this position or this particular project. So listen to your internal critic. It's going to guide you to at least what category you are in. And then you've already made one step to become that empowered speaker that you are ready to become.